Fine. Good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. So warm greetings to you all students. Welcome to our today's online class. Okay. So now we are studying about chapter 10. So what's the title of our chapter? Flow of control, isn't it? So in this chapter, what are things you have studied? Data flow, isn't it? So in this chapter you have studied about flow of control. What do you mean by flow of control? So what do you mean by program? Program is a collection of statements or instructions, isn't it? So each program contains lot of statements or instructions. So if you are going to execute the program need to execute in some order. Either it will execute from first line to last line, or it needs to jump from one part of the code to some other part of the code, or some portions of the code need to be executed again and again, isn't it? So based on that, so they are dividing the statements into what are the types? Sequential statement, iteration statement and looping statement, isn't it? So these are the things you have discussed or you have studied in the last class, isn't it? So now we are studying detailed about selection statement. So last class you have studied about if statement, isn't it? What do you mean by if statement? So if statement is used to check the condition. So you are giving some condition. So based on that condition, so it will check the condition. Okay. So whether the condition is true, mean two types of conditions are there. What are they? True or false, isn't it? So if the condition is true, means which block will execute? True. So it won't bother about the false block. So for that, an example program also you have studied. What's the example program? Last class you have studied about the person is eligible for voting, isn't it? So what's the age for eligible for vote? Above 18. The person who has satisfied or who has the age above 18 and above the age 18 has eligible to vote. So in that one we have write the program in using which statement? If statement, isn't it? So today we are going to study about if-else statement. Okay, so what's the title? Today we are going to study if-else statement. Okay, so last class you have studied about if statement. So in if statement, so what's the thing means? Only you can able to check the condition is true or not. Okay, so just remember about the last class program. The person who has the age 18 and the above 18 is eligible for vote, isn't it? So what in the program, what in output screen, what the thing you have given? In the CO you have given the person is eligible for vote. But the person have below age 18, you are not giving any statement, isn't it? So that's a disadvantage. If statement can able to check only the condition is true. Okay, but sometimes the condition is false. So at that time we need to check false condition also, isn't it? For that you are going to choose which statement? If-else statement. Understood? Why we are choosing if-else statement? What's the use of if-else statement? So if-else statement contain two things. What are they? If part and else part. Okay. So if part and else part is there. So here also you are going to check condition based on two things. What are the things? True block as well as false block. Understood? So if you are checking some condition, so if the condition is true, means which block will execute, means this giving inside that if statement you have given true block, that true block alone execute. Understood? So which block alone execute? True block alone execute. If the condition is true, means only the true block alone execute. Sometimes if the condition fails, you are giving or checking some condition, if the condition fails, so at that time this false block alone execute, the true block will not execute. Understood? So that's the use of if-else statement. Understood? So based on the condition it will check two things. What are they? True or false. If the condition is true, means it will check the condition. If the condition is true, means which block will execute? True block will execute. If the condition is false, means which block will execute? False block alone execute. Understood? So see, this is the syntax for if-else. Okay, so if else, this is a syntax is very important, and also this question also very important. Okay, first if, then inside the bracket you need to give expression. Understood? Same the syntax already you have studied for if statement, same thing only. Okay, so if inside this bracket you are giving which one? Expression. Okay, then inside true block. Okay, so here you are giving some expressions. So based on the expression it will check, or here you are giving some condition. Okay, based on this condition it will check whether your condition is satisfied or true. So if the condition is satisfied or true means this true block will execute. Understood? So if the condition is true means only this block alone execute. It won't bother about which block? False block. Understood? Okay. Sometimes you are giving some condition. If the condition fails or if the condition is false means which block will execute? This false block will execute. Understood? Understood? This is the general syntax. First if, then inside expression, then true means true block will execute, otherwise else. Okay, if else means starts with keyword if else. Understood? Okay. Listen. So the same thing only they have given in the explanation. If the condition is true means true block will execute, it won't bother about false block, skip the false block. If the condition fails means only the false block alone execute, skip the true block. Understood? Okay. So this is the block diagram for this if else statement. So each one, if statement, if else, then if else, each and every statement or each and every heading. So definitely if they ask for 2 more questions means only you should explain what do you mean by if statement and syntax. That's enough. Okay. If they ask for 3 more question means listen, first you will define what do you mean by if statement or if else statement. Then syntax you should write. Then diagram. Understood? 3 more question. If the same question if they ask for 5 mark means you should define, then syntax, then diagram, then example program. Understood what are things you need to write for 5 mark? Okay. So see this diagram or flowchart. So first here you are giving some conditions or expression. Okay. So based on the condition it will check whether it is true or false. Okay. If the condition is true means listen carefully, see the arrow mark. If the condition is true means which block will execute? This true block will execute. Understood? Which block will execute if the condition is true means true block will execute. Sometimes if the condition fails or false means which block will execute? False block will execute. Understood? So after that, so if the condition is true means it will skip this false block, only the true block will alone execute and come out of this block and next statement is executed. Okay. Sometimes if the condition is false means this true block is skipped, only the false block alone execute and is come out of the loop and next statement will execute. Understood? Understood about if else statement, very important question. Okay. See this program. So an example program they have given. What's the program means listen. This program also very important. So same program you are going to study in next 12th standard also. So please listen carefully and it's very important program. Understood? Okay. So what's the program means? C++ program to find whether the given number is even or odd number using if else statement. Okay. So you are going to check, you are giving some number. Okay. So you are going to check whether the given number is odd or even. Understood? So you are entering some number, you are going to check whether the given number is odd or even using which statement? If else statement. Understood? Okay. So what's the first line for the C++ program? What's the first line? Hash include IOString. Okay. So what's the next line? Using namespace std. Okay. What's the third line? Main of function in main of. Okay. So inside the main of function you are writing the main part of the program. Okay. So here listen carefully. So you are entering some number, isn't it? So that number you are going to check whether it is odd or even. So number means which data type you need to declare? Number means integer. Okay. So here you are declaring, we are calling this, what's the name of this line? Variable declaration. Okay. So listen. So in this line you have given 2 variables or declared 2 variables. What are the name of the variables? Num as well as remainder. For number you are giving the variable as num. For remainder you are giving the variable as remember or rem. Understood? So both of these variables you have declared as the data type int. Understood? Listen. So num is for entering number. You are going to enter some number. No? For that number you are giving the variable as num. Okay. For remainder, so you are dividing some numbers and you are taking the remainder. So for remainder, you are giving one variable called rem. Understood? Okay. Then next you are entering the number. So output screen you need to enter the number means which statement you should give? Cout. So Cout enter a number. Understood? Cout enter a number. Okay. Then for that you are giving input. So you are giving, if you need to display something in the output screen means you should give input. So for that input what you are giving, C in number. For number which variable you have declared? Num. So you should call that variable. What's the variable name? Num. Understood? Listen carefully. How you are going to find whether the given number is even or odd means, listen. So for you are giving some number, that number is divided by 2. So what's the even number? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the number is divided by 2, isn't it? So the particular number is divided by 2 and you are getting the remainder as 0 means we can say that number is an even number. Understood? How we can say the given number is an even number? So you are giving some number. So that number is divided by 2 and you are getting the remainder as 0. Okay, once you get the remainder 0, we can say that number is even. For example, you are giving the number as a 5. So you are dividing the number by 2. Whether you will get the remainder 0? No. Because 2 2s are 4. Remainder you will get 1. So we can't say that number is an even number. Understood how you are going to calculate? Okay. So for that you are giving inside if else statement. Question itself they are asking using if else statement you need to check. Okay. So for that you are giving. Okay. Listen. Remainder equal to num. So where you are entering the number? In the variable num. So num. So the particular number is divided by 2. So percentage 2. Understood? Num divided by 2. Okay. Then if remainder double equal to 0. What's the meaning means? You are dividing the number and if you are getting the remainder 0 means. Understood? Remainder you are storing in the variable which one? REM. Isn't it? So if REM double equal to 0. That means remainder double equal to 0 means. Okay. So listen carefully. If remainder is 0 means you are giving the output. The given number is even. Understood? The given number. The number is where you have entered the variable num. Num is even. Understood? The same thing. Else. So this is the true block. So inside the if you are giving, which is the expression you are given. So what's the syntax of the statement? If inside expression, then else part. So if block is always a true block, isn't it? So inside if, what's the expression? Remember, double equal to 0. So if the remainder is 0 means you are giving the output, given number is even. Understood? Okay. Next, else. If the condition, sometimes you are entering the number 5. So at that time you are not getting the remainder 0. So condition is false. So false means the control automatically come to the next part, else part. The if part won't get executed. So then what in output screen what you need to display? The given number is odd. Understood? After that you are doing a return 0 then close brace. Understood? Okay. Now you are running the program. See what output you will get? Enter a number. So you are giving the number as 10. So which block will execute? 10 divided by 2. So you are getting the remainder 0. So what output you will get? This one. The given number is even because it's a even number. But sometimes whether, so you are getting the output given number is even. At that time whether this block will execute? No. Isn't it? Sometimes you are giving the number as 11. So 11 means what output you will get? The given number is odd. At that time you won't get the output, given number is even. Understood? Understood this program? Very, very, very important program. This one. Okay. So next topic is nested if. Okay. Very, very important question. Nested if. Very, very important question. Okay. Sometimes they will ask for 3 marks. Sometimes they will ask for 2 marks or sometimes 3 marks or sometimes 5 marks. Okay. So the word nested means, listen carefully. So you are going to study the word nested in 12th standard also. Okay. So nested means, listen, one inside another. Okay, what do you mean by nested? One inside another. That's the meaning, nested. Okay. So nested if. So in the topic is nested if. So what do you mean by nested if means? The if statement contains another one if statement. Understand? So one if statement is there. Inside the if statement, you are going to define another one if else statement. That is called which one? Nested if. Understood what do you mean by nested if? Yeah. If statement is defined inside another one if else statement. That is called which one? Nested if. Understood what do you mean nested? That is defined inside another one. One inside another. That means one if is there. You are going to define another one if inside another. So that is called nested if. Understood? Okay. So this nested if can define in 3 forms. Understood? This nested if can define in how many forms? 3 forms. Very, very important question. So what are the three forming? First, nested if, nested inside if part. Okay, nested if is defined inside if part. Next, nested inside else part. Understood? First one is nested inside if part. Second one is nested inside else part. Third one is if nested inside both if part as well as else part. Understood? So three parts are there in nested if. What are they? First one is nested inside if part. Second one is nested inside else part. Next one is nested inside both if else part. Understood? Okay. See the syntax. First one, if nested inside if part. That means, so you are going to define if else inside the if statement. Understood? Listen. What's the general syntax for if else? So if expression, then true block, then else false block. Isn't it? Listen carefully. So first you are giving what's the heading? Nested is defined inside another one if. So first one if expression 1. So inside the if you are going to define another one if else statement. Understood? Inside the if you are going to define another one if else statement. Okay. So listen, if expression 1. So inside this if I am defining another one if. Listen carefully. See inside the if what you will do? Open brace, then if expression 2. Okay, inside here, inside this if part, another one if else is there. Is it visible for you? Okay, if expression, then true part, else, then false part. Understood? Inside the if you are defining another one if else, then close brace. Okay, then if part alone over, then else part, body of the else part. Understood? This is the main if and else. So inside the if part, you are defining another one if else statement. Understood? Okay. Then another next thing, nested inside else part. So now you have studied if inside another one if statement. Likewise, nested inside next else part. Okay. So listen, what's the first thing? So if expression body of true part, this one over. Then inside the else part, you are defining another one if else. Can you find the difference between this one and this one? Here inside the if part, you are defining if else. Likewise here, inside the else part, you are defining another one if else. Understood? So see, inside the else part, another you are giving if expression to true statement. So inside the else part, you are defining another one if else. Understood the difference between nested if part and nested else part? Okay. Third one, nested inside both if part and else part. Okay, this if else is defined inside both if part and else part. Understood? So see, inside the if statement also you are defining if else, and inside the else statement also you are defining if else. So is it visible? So inside the if statement also you are defining one if part. Likewise inside the else statement also defining another one if else. See, inside the if statement you are defining one if expression and if else part. Same thing, the another else part also you are defining if else. So this bracket is for if part and this is for else part. Inside this if else you are defining. Understood? Nested if is divided into three things. What are they? Nested inside if part, nested inside else part, then nested inside both if and else part. Understood? Okay. So see this block diagram. See this block diagram. Okay. So first same thing they are giving inside block diagram. Okay. First thing. So they are giving some condition. Okay. So if the condition is true means that is if part. Inside the if part you are giving another one. This is nested if inside another one if statement. If the condition is true means inside you are giving another one if else statement. Okay. So condition is true means so another one condition true and condition false. Okay. If the condition is false means automatically it will go to the statement 3. Understood? First you are giving the condition 1. First the condition is true means that is inside the if part you are giving another one if else. Okay. Next condition, if the condition is true means statement 1 will execute. Next if the condition 2 means statement 2 will execute, automatically come to the outside. If the condition is false means directly it will execute the statement 3 and come to the outside of the program. Understood? This is diagram is for what? If inside another one if statement, that is nested if. Okay. Next one, listen. This one is for if inside nested another one else part. Okay, so first one is condition. Then okay, if the condition is false means that is else part. Inside the else part you are giving another one if else. Same thing. Okay, condition, then in this statement or this one true or false. If the condition is true means only this statement will execute. Understood? Okay. Next this one is nested. If nested inside else part. Okay, if nested inside else part. Okay, so both this if is if and else is there present between both if part and else part. Okay, so first you are giving some condition. Listen, so if this is the if part, inside the if part also you are giving another one condition. So true or false their statement. Then inside the condition also that is else part also you are giving another one statement, that is condition both true or false. Understood? Again and again I am telling, this is very important question. So you should explain if statement, if else, if nested if, inside if statement. First you should explain what you mean by nested if. Okay, then that is three parts. If inside nested if, then if inside nested else, then if inside nested both if and else. Okay, see one example program they have given for this nested if statement. So this program also you need to explain. Listen carefully. So program to calculate commission according to grade using nested if statement. You are going to calculate some commissions. Okay, so for sales or selling a product you need to calculate some commission for the product. Okay, so you are going to calculate commission for the particular product using grade using nested if statement. Okay, what's the first line? Hash include iostream. What's the second line? Using namespace std. What's the third line? Main of function in main of. Okay, so inside the main of function, okay, so listen carefully, for you are declaring two variables. What are the variables? Sales and commission. Okay, sales product as well as commission. Both sales and commissions you are giving in which variable? Sales as well as commission they have declared in which data type? In integer data type. Okay, next in the question they ask for grade. Okay, grade means what do you mean by grade? A, B, C, D, that is grade. So that you should declare which data type? Character. Okay, grade is given in which data type? Character. Understood? So sales and commission you are declaring in the data type as in. So each line is end with semicolon. Then grade you should mention. So grade is given in which data type? Char. Understood? Okay. Then see in the output screen you are giving enter sales amount. Okay, enter sales amount. So here you are entering sales amount. For sales you are declaring which variable? Sales. Variable sales. So you should call the variable sales. Understood? Next you are entering the grade. Okay, based on the sales and commission you are giving some grade. So for grade you are giving in which variable? Grade. So you are calling the variable grade. Understood? Next, if sales greater than 5,000. What's the condition? Listen carefully. If sales is greater than 5,000. So what's this part? If part? True part. If the condition is sales is greater than 5,000 means what you need to calculate? Commission equal to sales into 0.10. Okay, if the condition you are giving some sales amount, if the particular amount is greater than 5,000 means what you are going to calculate? Commission is sales into 0.10. So you are in output screen you are displaying see out commission. Commission you are giving in which variable? Commission. So you are calling the variable commission. Understood? Then close bracket. Listen carefully. So inside the if part you have declared one condition. Then inside the else part. Okay, else part, listen carefully. Else if the amount is not greater than 5,000, that is less than 5,000. If the amount is less than 5,000. If the amount is less than 5,000 means sales is commission equal to sales into 0.05. If the amount is greater than 5,000 means you should calculate commission in sales into 0.10. Same thing, if the amount is less than 5,000 means the commission is sales into 0.05. So here also you are printing commission, which variable? Commission. Okay. So both if part as well as else part you are giving. So outside this if else you are giving, what's the next thing? Yeah, outside you are giving statement good job. Okay, return 0. Listen carefully. What's in output screen? Which one will be displayed first? In the CO, enter sales amount. Okay, next enter grade. Here, listen, enter sales amount. Here you are entering the sales amount is 6,000. Okay, so for that grade is A. Okay, so here you are giving no you see grade. So grade you are giving variable A. So So greater than 5000. Greater than 5000 means what's the grade? Grade is A. Okay, so which block will execute greater than 5000 means this block. So your sales amount into 0.10. Okay, 6000 into 0.10, answer you will get is 600. What commission you will get? 600. Okay, then listen carefully. Okay, the amount is greater than 5000. So this block will execute and you are getting the answer. Whether this block will execute? No. So what output next get? Good job. Sometimes, listen. So here you are entering amount is 4000. What output you will get? 4000 into 0.05. So this block won't get executed. Understood? Understood the use of nested if else statement? So next one is if else if ladder. What do you mean by ladder? Ladder is just like a step by step or multi-path. Okay. So if else ladder we can say is a multi-path decision statement. So important one more question. Dash is a multi-path decision making statement. So which one is a multi-path decision making statement? If else ladder is a multi-path. So here you can take decisions or multiple decisions you can able to take using if else ladder. Okay. So here in this type of statement, if is followed by more number of else if. Understood? If statement is followed by one or more else if statement. Finally it will end with how many else statement? Only one else statement. Understood? So one if, that is one if is followed by more number of else if. That is else if ladder. Just like a ladder it will extend. Okay. So one if statement is followed by multiple number of if else statement. And see this syntax. First one is if expression, then here one some statement, then else. So inside this else part, multiple number of if else statements you are using. Not inside the if part. Inside the else part you are using more number of if else statement. Okay. So listen, if part over, then inside the else part listen, if expression true, then inside statement. Okay. So listen carefully. The inside the else part one if else. See one if part inside the statement else. Again inside the else part, again you are using another one if else. Just like a ladder it will extend. Okay, inside the else part you are extending the if else statement. Inside the else part, again one more if else. Then finally close bracket. Understood? Once more listen. First if statement, then inside the if statement one statement, then inside the else statement listen carefully, another one if else. Then another one if else, inside this else statement, inside the else statement another one if else is there. See first else statement, inside another one if else, then inside this else another one if else. So just like a ladder it will extend. So we are calling this as a which one? Ladder. If ladder. Okay. So if this block, this statement will execute till the condition becomes, this condition becomes true. Okay, once the condition is true, the final else statement is executed. The condition is true, that block will execute, then final else statement is executed. Understood? Same block diagram they have given. See, first one is condition, first condition. Okay, if part. So if part is given in first statement. So condition is false, that is else part. So inside the else part again another condition. The condition is true means okay. Again this condition, that is else part. Again this else part, again one condition. So the if condition is true means statement other. See, this is a false is the else block. So like a false block, this ladder, just like a ladder it is extending. Understood? See this program. What's the first thing? Example program. This also nested if statement as well as if ladder is very important question. Okay, first you should explain the definition, then syntax, then block diagram, then program. Okay, listen carefully. First one is hash include iostream, first line. Then using namespace std, that already you know, main of function. So inside the main of, what's the program means? So program to find your grade. Okay, so your marks you are entering and you are going to find the grade for the particular subject. Okay, so listen, using question still having if else ladder. So what's the next step? Variable declaration. So you are declaring the variable as a marks of data type which one? In. What's the data type for marks? In. Okay. So here inside cout you are giving enter the marks. Here you are entering the marks. Okay. So you are entering the marks. The marks you should given as the input, isn't it? So for marks you have declared the variable marks. So you should call the variable marks inside input. Understood? Then condition listen. If marks is greater than or equal to 60. Listen carefully. Inside the if statement you are giving. So see out. Your grade, if inside the if statement you are giving the expression mark greater than or equal to 60. Your mark is greater than 60 means you should enter the C out. Grade is first class. In output screen you are giving your grade is first class. Okay. Then elif. Next inside that elif giving. If marks, listen carefully, greater than or equal to 50 and marks less than 60. That means between 50 and 60. L statement. Inside the L statement you are giving between, mark is between 50 and 60 means you are giving inside the C out, your grade is second class. Listen carefully. Inside the L statement only you are giving. Again inside the L statement you are giving if mark is greater than 40 and less than 50. That is between 40 and 50. If the mark is between 40 and 50. Okay, the mark is between 40 and 50 means what output you need to print? See out, your grade is third class. And so listen carefully. First one is if statement. So inside the if statement you are giving one statement. Grade is first class. What's the condition? Mark is greater than 60. Then inside the L statement. Next one is inside the L statement you are giving the marks is between 50 and 60. So you are giving the output, your grade is second class. Again inside the L statement you are giving condition mark is between 40 and 50 means grade is third class. Understood? So if statement only one condition but inside the L statement three conditions you are giving. So this block is over, else. So then this is a main block you are giving, at last you are giving your condition is fail. Understood? See the output screen. So which one you need to execute first? While you are executing the program, which you will get the first? Enter the marks. So your mark is entering 60. Listen. So it will check. Your mark is 60. So what's the condition? Greater than or equal to 60. 60 and greater than or equal to 60 means what output you will get? So your grade is in first class. Sometimes you are entering the mark is 55. 55 means whether this output you will get? No. So automatically it will check, first it will check 55 is greater than or equal to 60. But here you are giving 50 and 60. The condition is satisfied here. Isn't it? So here what output you will get? Your grade is second class. Sometimes you are entering the mark as 45. So at that time which output you will get? Your grade is in third class. Okay. Sometimes you are entering the mark as 30. So this three condition fails. This three condition fails. So at last what output you will get? You are fail. Understood? So this statement will execute once the condition is true. Which condition is satisfied? The condition is true. That statement is printed as output. Once all the condition is fail. Suppose you are entering the mark is 30. So this condition is fail. Second condition also fail. Third condition also fail. So which output you will get? Last else part you are fail. Understood? Understood or not? Okay. So up to today's question, up to this enough. Okay. So what are things you have studied today? If else statement, then nested if else, then if elif later. Very important question, these three questions. So after completion of this session, please study thorough this nested if and elif later. Very important question. Please if statement, if else statement. So put a heading, definition, then write the syntax, draw the diagram, compare it and study. Then only you will never get forget. Otherwise simply you are reading means surely you will get forget. Okay. So remaining things you can continue in the next class. Thank you students. Thank you.